Shopify. I'ma make some money. Or will I?
Today, I'm coming to you with a little bit of perspective, or at least some challenging questions I have for all of those people that dropship via Shopify or Amazon, FBA obviously, or whatever it is. Because, folks, I have my doubts. I have sincere doubts that when people say, oh, I make 50 grand a month, I make 100 grand a month, I make 200, 500, whatever per month by dropshipping, and you should too, that I think there is a sinister little secret that nobody's really sharing with you. So since you all know that I can't stand a bunch of bull crap, I thought I would share the ideas with you to give you a little bit of perspective. I'm going to give you 8 little questions that I have to help you with this quest. Now, I will make a disclaimer that I do not dropship. I don't sell on Shopify, I don't Amazon FBA. I just simply want you to have my perspective as to what I, as a business owner, multiple business owner, think when I hear these claims, and I want to share that insight so that people don't get unrealistic expectations and then think that they're failures when they try to start dropshipping and don't make it big like all these other people apparently are able to do. But the reality is, those other people, they ain't getting rich on that. They're getting rich on something else, which I'll tell you in just a second. So here are the 8 pointers. Let's get right into them. Number 1, folks, I want to see gross profit. Stop telling me what net is and this and that. People skew accounting data and figures and phrases all the time. This is exactly what I want to see first. I want to see what somebody's revenue is, their Shopify store revenue is, minus the costs of goods sold, so that I could understand, okay, what is the gross profit figure? And if somebody's going to tell me that that's their net profit, they're also wrong. No. Show me the gross profit number first, because I think the majority of these, look how much money I made last month claims, are complete BS. I just can't stand hearing that kind of garbage. I don't like garbage. I don't like you. See, this step number 1 actually gives me a really good tell, because I can see, okay, so somebody's saying they had 85,000 sales in total dollar volume of a certain product, or maybe multiple products. But then I can also see the amount of products that were sold on Shopify. And the interesting thing that comes from that is I usually end up with products that are priced anywhere between $15 to $30. Generally, these $15 to $30 products are not high-end premium products, which most wholesalers know that where the real margins are not in cheaper items, or even worse, commodity products, which are very easy to undercut. The big margins, the big profit, comes from high dollar items, custom items, things that are $500+. So let's put this into perspective. If somebody wants to net $100,000 per month from their Shopify business, they would have to sell, we'll make up a scenario here, 8,000 products at $25 a piece. That would give you $200,000. And they would have to buy this product for $1,250. So somehow they can sell it for double what somebody else can sell it for, which is very unrealistic, but let's just go with it. So now they sell $200,000 worth of product, 8,000 units, that they bought for $1,250 a piece at a cost of $100, and not considering any kind of shipping costs, advertising costs, staff costs, effort to find the product, payroll to organize it all and make it all happen, they would net $100,000. But as you can see, this is starting to look a little unrealistic. Don't get me wrong, I would love to be proven wrong. I want to be wrong, because then I'll quit what I'm doing and I'll Shopify. It's that simple. Why would I do what I'm doing if I could sell $12.50 products for $25 online? And I think that meet Kevin in India that works all day long for $4 would also like to take advantage of that at a local internet cafe. In fact, I think there's no shortage of people that would want to sell a $12.50 product for $25. So I'm just not seeing how there's such an open landscape to pull massive profits like that. But let's keep going with some other questions. Let's just assume that's all possible. Number 2, I want to see these people's advertising accounts. I want to see their Google AdWords account so that I could see what they're spending on Google advertisements for search results, but also what they're spending on YouTube advertising. Oftentimes these folks make videos and advertise the videos on YouTube to help sell and promote products. Then I want to see Facebook and Instagram advertising accounts. My expectation is that if somebody has $100,000 in sales, they probably have at least $20,000 in advertising. At least 20% of their sales is going to advertising. That's not even considering the fact that they have to purchase the product, which if we use that crazy example I gave you earlier, that means they have 50% going to the product, then they have 20% going to advertising, and that would leave a rough gross profit of maybe 30%. That's before paying any team members, doing any video production, paying yourself for the effort that you're doing. This is starting to look a little bit more normal. But we gotta start with these questions, folks. Otherwise, we'll always be lost. I wanna know how much they're spending on the product and how much they're spending on advertising. So that takes it to the next one. Number 3, I wanna see payroll. And I just touched on this, but a lot of the folks that do all this drop shipping say they pay people to help them find products. Why would somebody find you products and not just do it themselves? I don't think they would, unless you were paying them really well, or at least something for their efforts. So let's see the payroll. Number 4, I want to see the costs of ClickFunnels and email services that help you establish and take these leads and actually sell them the products. Because usually after somebody clicks on like a YouTube advertisement ad or a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad, people get funneled into a click-based advertising system that collects an email address and some kind of data about you and lets advertisers remarket to you. It's all a big mess, but all this stuff costs money. Number 5, I want you to consider what's realistic in wholesaling. Real life wholesalers. These are like actual, like real wholesaling companies that distribute socks from Nike or whatever. They're lucky with their warehouses and with products coming in on container ships from China and import tariffs and shipping costs and inspections and loss and damage and insurances and employee costs to sort all this stuff and distribute it all again. Real wholesalers are lucky if they're at a 25 to 30% margin. Like that's what they're taking. And somehow I'm supposed to believe that people that dropship, when anybody can do that with 0 barriers to entry, are able to sell something for twice, so 100% more than what they paid for it? I hope I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm switching. I'm going over this. This is too good to be true. But see, then you have to ask yourself, well, wait a minute. If that's possible, then more people would do it. And that would reduce the margins. And because people don't have to have a staff, and because people don't have to have a warehouse, that means in theory, folks could just sell a $12.50 product for $13 for a 50-cent profit, as opposed to 50% or 100%, and still make more money because they just have to sell more volume of this than the next guy or undercut the next dropshipper, and they would make more money. So yeah, look, I'm not saying there aren't times where somebody found this awesome product and it has this awesome margin, but I think it's short-lived. So what do I think is realistic in this number 5 here? I think, look, realistically, if somebody sells $1.2 million of product, if they took 200 grand home, that would be great. They would be doing awesome. But those are the people who are making the videos going, I make $100,000 a month. And then usually it's not even a full year of history that they give you. They say something like, well, I've been making 100 a month for about 3 months now or 2 months now. Or, oh, this is the first month I've been making 100K. Yeah. Okay, great. So you spent more on advertising. You had a little banner season here. You're still not taking that much to the bottom line anyway. You're lying. You're a liar. You're a liar to your customers. So number 6. This is sure to flush anybody out of the lie. Show me your tax returns, buddy. You could blank out your social security number, but the tax returns don't lie. They'll tell you revenue minus expenses equals net business income. And folks, I so strongly believe that so many of the people on YouTube that say, I make 100 grand a month, I make 50 grand a month, oh my gosh, blah, 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 and I'm only 18 years old. When they go to file their taxes, they ain't making all that money, not from dropshipping at least. Number 7, and this is the insidious truth of this. This part is the real way people make money with dropshipping. I hate to say it. It is very cynical, But the bottom line is, most of the people that are making big money on dropshipping aren't making big money on dropshipping. They're using high expenses in dropshipping to make it appear like they're really busy and really successful to sell you a course. Courses, on the other hand, are extremely high profit margin. Once you make a course, it doesn't matter what you sell it for. Hopefully you provide people good, valuable content. And if you do, then people are willing to pay more. But most of the courses that are out there have terrible refund policies, have terrible content that basically force you into time frames that extend beyond the return policy anyway. And sadly, leave you down and depressed, right like where you were beforehand. Number 8, and this is by far my most favorite takeaway. Why would somebody do this? Because, folks, it's called the toxicity of relativity. People want to compare themselves to other people. So people who want to sell you dropshipping and Shopify courses prey on you in the fact that they know you're going to get jealous that some 18 or 19-year-old is making bank every single month and that you want to be like them, so you want to know the secret as to what they know, and just like in number 7, you'll buy their course. But number 8 is all about the fact that people are on purpose psychologically messing with you to get you to be upset as to why these people are making so much money and you're working your butt off cleaning blenders at Jamba Juice like I did. I cleaned a lot of blenders, folks. And titles like that are really clickbaity and they really make me interested, but I just don't believe any of it. Good luck, folks.